So I've got a question. Now that we're all under stay-at-home orders and some of us are self-quarantined because of the coronavirus, is it still possible to be Christian? Are we betraying the gospel message by staying away from one another? If you think about it, as Christians, we like to touch and be in physical contact with each other a lot. When we see each other, we greet each other with a kiss or a hug. We kiss the priest's hand, we receive communion, and at funerals we have the meal afterwards in order to hold one another, to be there for each other. So now that we're keeping our distance, are we betraying the gospel? I'm Father Dustin at St. George in DeKalb, Illinois. And to answer the question, are we betraying the gospel, I want to share what I learned just a few weeks ago when I fell sick. One morning around Valentine's Day, I woke up with the worst headache I've ever had. Come to find out, I had the flu. When I went to the doctor, I asked, "Can I still serve on Sunday?" I was thinking maybe I could borrow a deacon from the neighboring church, and he could do the litanies and do some of the more physical things while I say the prayers. And the doctor very quickly said, "No, you need to stay at home. You're contagious. You could get others sick." So, despite my reluctance, I canceled services. I knew it would disrupt our community, and I didn't want to do that. But for the sake of others, I couldn't be around them. What I discovered was that by staying home, I was making a sacrifice of love, and I was actually loving my neighbors. You see, we have all sorts of vulnerable people in our communities, those who, if they were to get sick, especially with the coronavirus, it could get very ugly and be very bad. And so by staying away and keeping my distance, I was actually helping them, keeping them healthy. And that's exactly what we want to do as Christians. If we think about it, that's our image of Christ on the cross. He sacrificed himself, his own freedoms, his own wants and desires, in order to take up the cross for us. It was a sacrifice of love, one that saved lives, saves us. So we imitate Christ when we stay at home, when we keep our distance. We imitate Christ because we sacrifice our own freedoms in order to keep the community and society healthy. And in that way, we are actually fulfilling the gospel. So brothers and sisters, hang in there. I know it's hard, and we all have our own struggles. But together, with Christ's example, with prayer and with love, and being there for each other through social media, we will get through this. May God bless you all. Amen.